Yes, my friends and movie maniacs, we're taking a short break from watching all those great Godzilla films to talk about an indie film that has hit the digital VOD distribution network of all kinds. Yes, we are talking about the highly anticipated, finally arriving High on the Hog. Yes, High on the Hog, brought to us by director Tony Wash, who gave us The Rake, and it was written by Andy Golub and Kevin C. Lockhart, the creator of the High on the Hog story, where we get Big Daddy, who runs a farm with his girls. And unfortunately, we know farming's been tough over the years, but he finds a new crop that helps bring some profit, and that's in the form of marijuana. And with the help of his girls, he produces some high-quality marijuana that they distribute to the local town and the neighboring towns. Well, soon hot on their trail is Agent Dick. Yes, he's a federal agent who is one violation away from permanent retirement, and he decides to take down Big Daddy as one of his final last hurrahs of his career. But things don't always go according to plan in these situations, and we see how Agent Dick and Big Daddy clash, and the people that are caught in the middle between this collision. High on the Hog is like someone starting out with Speedball and ending out with a nice mellow. Namely because of the video editing that they do in this movie. It's probably going to turn some people off the first act of this film because it is a kinetic roller coaster ride for your eyes. And I loved it. I loved the visuals that you got. There was so much to see and so much going on that it does warrant a rewatch just to see what is all going on. You get split screens, dissolves, overlays, imagery left and right. You've got a grindhouse type feel to it, of course. They've added to help give it that a little bit more grimy feel that the subject matter is dealing with, because you really don't have any good people in this film, much like you would get in many a grindhouse film. So it's got that spirit to it, but it's got this just energy to it that is very unique, and I loved the originality that it put in here, even as it continually bombarded my eyes and painted itself permanently on my retinas. Now, as far as the people involved in this film, so many great, talented indie actors are in this film. We get of course, as I mentioned, Sid Haig. We get Sid Haig in here playing the Big Daddy character. A fantastic performance. Here he's getting a starring role and showing the talent we all know he has. He carries the film well, and the character of Big Daddy. This is a guy who has some depth to him. This, especially for a film like this, you don't quite expect that, but he does. He's got some depth. You feel sympathy for him. You can see why he is doing what he is doing, and you can really connect with him and not quite justify all the bad things that he does, but you can understand where he's coming from, and Sid Haig portrays that beautifully on here. Now, Agent Dick is played by the very talented Joe Estevez, who shows up in here, and man, I love watching Joe Estevez work. He continually brings it in every movie he's in, and he is so fun to watch, and here he's the Agent Dick character, and watch him go off the rails. He portrays that so well, that emotion. This is a guy you really just hate, and you're supposed to, and he plays it up just as you want it. And the bittersweetness there is of seeing Robert Z'Dar in front of the camera playing the mayor in a very solid performance as well. I thought all three of these individuals really just bring such weight to these characters and some seriousness to these characters that is maybe not what you would think would come from a film like this, but they do, and it was just fantastic to see them, especially when you get those scenes where they're together. Now, we also have the very talented indie actress Ellie Church, who has been in many films, and getting to see her Mary Jane, who's this DJ of Koosh Radio. I loved her performance in here because, man, I could listen to her DJ all day, and it's not just because of possibly her lack of wardrobe. No, she does this. She's just got a great voice and a great character that helps tie these images together, because it took them a while to film this movie, like many indie films, and so thanks to the help of these scenes with the DJ, it helps keep this story coherent and follow what's going on, just in case you might have got a little lost. The rest of the cast in here does fantastic. The direction in this film was really well done. I mean, you think this film's going to be just chaos all the way through when it starts out, but then it starts to even out. You get in here that something's not right with the hash and who is behind that, though I kind of predicted that right away. I'm going to say right now, I did predict that. I've watched a lot of films, though. Didn't disappoint me. Matter of fact, it was more frustrating because you're sitting there at the screen going, it's, so you do have that element in here, and the ending was more traditional than I kind of was expecting, considering how this film started out. But overall, if you like something different, crazy, zany, you like these performers in here at all and are a fan of something different, which indie cinema brings, then High on the Hog must be for you. This is a film that just takes this wild story, packs it tight, lights it up, and chills you out. So by the end, I think you'll get a satisfying, maybe just a little bit of a predictable ending, but that's, still, it's a fun ride to get there. So there you have it, folks. If you've seen High on the Hog, please leave your comments down below. Love to hear your thoughts. Again, it's not going to be for everybody. This is not for your casual viewer, but those who complain Hollywood doesn't have anything original, well, look to the indie cinema, because there's plenty there. So thank you so much. Please check out our Patreon if you haven't already. I appreciate your support very much. And until next time, remember, keep that ticket stub.